The Buy the Big O show is 2 days away. It's described as one day, one place, countless opportunities.
One of the booths sure to see a lot of traffic belongs to Schrock Innovations.
Thor Schrock is here to compute this. Good morning, Thor. Good
nice
morning,
to have you here.
Thanks for having me. You were describing this booth that you're going to be displaying
We're excited.
in our commercial break, but this is going to be cool. Talk about your booth at the Big O show.
Okay, so basically the Big O show is a trade show. It's a business-to-business trade show. There's a lot of consumer products there too, because that's what businesses do. But basically, the point of the whole show is to highlight the local businesses of Omaha, the amazing things that local businesses are doing right here. So we said, if we're going to highlight the amazing things that local businesses are doing, we better do something pretty amazing, right? So we get this giant booth. I mean, this thing is like, it's 10 by 20. It's like the biggest booth I've ever had at a trade show. And we set up, and we got 2 of the Oculus Rift development kit glasses. These are virtual reality glasses. Oculus Rift was just bought by Facebook, but they have these, they're virtual reality glasses. So you put the glasses on, and then you sit down in an automotive seat, like a car seat. You've got a gas, a brake, and a clutch on the floor. You got a gear shift. You got a steering wheel. There's a little head tracking sensor that tracks the movement of the glasses and what you're doing. So you're sitting in the car, and you look to the left out the window, and your vision of what you're seeing in the glasses looks out to the left. You look to the right, and it looks out to the right. In fact, if you lean back like this, you see the back of the headrest. It's kind of funny.
Going way back.
A little glitchy there. But basically, we have 2 seats, so you're going to be able to race against a friend in virtual reality. So you're racing a racetrack, and if you crash your car, you will flip your car. And trust me, I'm the only employee at Schrock that managed to not flip the car, but land it on its side and balance it there. That's skill.
That's pretty good.
But yeah, one of my employees rolled her vehicle when she was driving it, and you feel like you're rolling in a car. I mean, because once you're in the glasses for about 5 or 10 seconds, you feel like you're in a car. And there's speakers in the headrest behind you. The chairs are linked together so that if your guy you're racing is on your right and he passes you, you'll hear in your right speaker, or in your left speaker, you'll hear all that stuff. So that's the draw for the booth. That's what brings people in.
The arcade game. This is true virtual reality.
Absolutely.
Where you feel it, all of the movement.
The seat rumbles when your car, if you hit the wall, your car doesn't work quite right. The steering wheel will resist you when you try to turn it like it's pinned in the wheel well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like driving a real car.
So visitors of your booth will get to sit in and enjoy this experience. How does that work? I mean, I can imagine a line.
Yep,
all the way down to the end of the
To be honest, that's
show.
kind of what we're hoping for. Every booth at a trade show would love to have a line waiting to get into their booth. So we have the 2 seats, and so basically 2 people can race at a time. And the races, we're going to keep them to like 1 lap or 2 laps or something like that, so that everybody gets a turn. So that's the eye candy. That's what draws people in. While we have this line that Mike's talking about, on the business side of things, one of the things that Schrock Interactive does is we evaluate websites for business customers. A lot of business customers have put up a website years ago and they've never looked at it again.
Yep.
And so what we can do is we sit down with them and we ask them a simple question and we say, what is the goal that your website's trying to accomplish? And you'd be amazed how many business owners can't answer that question. To make money.
More sales.
That's
right.
great. Okay, more sales. Okay, so how does it go about accomplishing that? Well, we put all of our products out there. That's a brochure. Your brochures don't generate sales. They support sales. They support leads. You want to lead. Are you trying to generate leads? Are you trying to? What's the specific measurable goal? And when we sit down and break out a business's website by specific goals, you find that all of a sudden you realize your website's not doing anything. It's not really being productive. But here's how you can fix that. So that's the business side of the booth. We're doing free SEO evaluations. The one thing that is arriving today, I didn't have them to bring into you today. Every booth needs a swag bag, right? You gotta have stuff to give away. So we had Schrock modular little vinyl backpacks made. The string backpacks you can pull up on your shoulders. Because when you go through a trade show, you get a pen from everybody, and pretty soon you're,
put it someplace.
Yeah, so we have these nice bags made. They're drawstring on the top. We also had these things called smash lights made. And a smash light is a PVC flashlight. It's smashed completely flat, magnetic on the back. You can stick it to the fridge, and it's got a button on it. When you hit it, it's like 2. If you use your phone flashlight, it's like 2 of those. In a push button. So when the power goes out, these things are amazing.
So it's real small. It's flat,
it's about yay big, yay wide, and really flat. And it's a great chew toy for kids. So if you need a chew toy, I will bring one for you next week.
Chew toy for kids.
But my daughter loves it. She's 19 months, and she just walks around all day long.
Yeah, I was going to say, she's not a 12-year-old running around. She's still pretty small.
Maybe, who knows.
Are you going to be doing evaluations for business people
on-site
at the booth,
if they
on their websites? Can you pull their website up?
We're going to have a laptop there, and we'll bring in. We have a little form, little sheet that we'll go through with you, and
that's so
we
big.
have a checklist of things that you should have. For example, if your website does not have a mobile version, as of 2015, 56% of all web traffic will be mobile.
Wow.
So if you don't have a mobile version, you're losing half
What is it
your
right
website
now?
traffic.
35, 40%?
It's in that neighborhood, yeah. But I mean, it's growing exponentially as more people get tablets, which are coming in next week, the Schrock modular tablets.
Cool.
So yeah, I mean, all around, it's going to be a very exciting week at Schrock.
Here's the thing. I think business owners know they need to pay attention to it, but they just don't know where to start.
Yeah, and they don't have the time. You know, here we are talking about, do you know that Omaha is the #3 city in the nation to start a small business? Wow. We are ranked 3rd because it's such a supportive environment. So we have all these businesses that start as home-based businesses or really micro businesses, and then they grow exponentially. And, you know, as we have in one of our pieces of literature, you know, that old network that your nephew strung together for you through the drop ceiling probably didn't grow quite as well as you had hoped. So maybe it's time, you know, we have corporate service agreements, we have website consulting. I mean, there's a lot of things that we do for businesses from a business perspective and not necessarily toward a, hey, you need a website, it's got to look cool. It's got to look cool.
It's gotta
But it's
work.
got to work.
It's got to work. And I'm thinking about security in businesses because, you know, making sure your network is secure, all those type of services come to mind.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's our corporate service agreement. Where we start in, one of the things where the biggest thing about our corporate service agreement is it's simple. So it's $200 per year per computer. And then if you call us out, it's a $100 flat rate. If we're there for an hour, if we're there for 8 hours, $100. So that allows a small business or even a micro business to budget their IT costs annually. You don't have to hire a network administrator and pay all the payroll and insurance and everything. So there's lots of things that Schrock Innovations and our sister company, Schrock Interactive, can do to help businesses. And this trade show is one great way that we'll be able to proselytize all of our wonderful stuff
you can't use
to the
words you
line
don't
of people waiting for a
understand.
virtual reality
It's only
display.
9:35
use
and you
words
can't
like
use that word.
You are giving us way too much credit.
Got a headache.
We showed the graphic there that had information about the event. So it's on the 8th, 2 days from now. And I think we might have a map so our viewers know exactly where to find you once they walk in. So where are we going? Once we get
snack
to the
bar.
floor.
So go to the
Seriously?
snack bar.
Is that
Get 'em in the
seriously where you
back.
are?
Yeah, that's right. We're
I
right
love
there.
it.
So we're right by the snack bar in the back there. So you can go back there and check us out.
That's
The
so
bottom
funny.
is the front doors, right? Is the
Yeah,
bottom
you
the front
come in
doors?
the front
Yeah,
door.
go straight to the
and
back.
just like
Right.
all the great draws at any trade show, they're always in the back because you have to walk through the whole trade show to get there.
You're the dairy department.
Yeah,
The meat.
I had never thought about that. That's true.
Yeah.
Everybody buys the milk and they always go to the
You
back.
go to the eggs and cheese
Bye,
and milk. That's
Ivy.
you. So buythebigoshow.com. That's what we were just showing you. Schrock Innovations, 3 locations in the area: Village Point South, Papillion, and Lincoln. Learn more about all 3 online at SchrockInnovations.com. I really want to try the car thing.
Well,
that sounds
you know,
Can
awesome.
you bring it in? You think you can bring it in here?
After
Just
the
at
trade
some
show,
point in
yeah, I
time.
think I
Yeah,
could.
after the trade
show. Yeah,
we
just-
could bring it in.
just
It
for
takes
our
about,
amusement.
It takes 2 trucks to bring it, but yeah, we could set up the whole booth. You
Maybe
know, it
we
would be
could
bigger
cut
than
to
your
you.
backdrop
Yeah,
here.
maybe we'll come to you.
We'll come to you.
Do a
Sounds easier.
remote, a morning blend remote. There we go.
It'll be fun. Thanks, Thor.
See it,
Thanks,
Thor.
guys.
Appreciate it.
All right, this